I started Forget Me Not back in 2015 in response to some volunteering I did at assisted living facilities, where I just absolutely fell in love with hearing the stories of all of the older adults. They had so many interesting stories, so much advice to share, so much encouragement, and it was just such a rewarding experience to be interacting with that population on a regular basis. But as I continued to work there, I learned about this issue called social isolation, which is when older adults, or frankly anyone, has such little meaningful interaction that it can lead to loneliness and depression. And I think a lot of people don't realize it's actually a tangible public health crisis with very clear medical ramifications. There's been no more important moment in this organization's history than the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, as it affected pretty much everyone involved in the organization, as well as every single aspect of how we conducted our operations. And I think the issue of isolation and loneliness kind of came to the forefront, and it became kind of a universal experience that everyone could empathize with. We could no longer have any in-person operations or interactions with each other, so it was kind of an adjustment, shifting the program to entirely virtual operations. Luckily, it was a really amazing opportunity for the organization, and we were able to grow pretty exponentially to the point where now we are making calls to older adults with teenagers in 33 of the 50 states, which is really exciting to me to see that the program has grown and people all over the country really are interested in participating and enjoying the value that this program has to offer. I think the most beautiful thing for me was that when the pandemic started, there was so much uncertainty. No one really knew what was going on, but there was this huge influx of demand to my website from both teenagers and older adults wanting to participate. And I think it just showed that there was this desperate need for human connection and wanting to, take whatever extra time we all had in our lives to channel it into something productive and something meaningful that could really help out everyone in our community, to sort of create these intergenerational connections and forge these really strong relationships that are still going strong, even as things are starting to return to a little bit of normalcy.
Hi everyone, this is Ria. My caller is actually from the same country, state, and city as my mom, so we have a lot to talk about culturally.
How are you?
And we just have a lot of fun talking.
Yeah, I went out with my family yesterday night.
Their talks also make me alive again and young.
Yeah, it was fun. How was your night?
What's been even more exciting is seeing that it's not just the older adults benefiting from this program, it's also the teenage volunteers. Every time they hop on a call with an older adult, they learn something, they hear something exciting, they get some advice, they get some encouragement. And I think it's that two-sided value exchange that really allows the program to be successful and allows these really strong friendships and relationships to be formed. I think especially in the time of COVID-19, where it's really difficult to make friends and to maintain relationships, this program has been kind of a silver lining for so many people involved. And I really hope that this sort of persists beyond this year and into the future, when the pandemic hopefully won't be a thing anymore.